Yeah. I think that's what business is about, you know. We weren't expecting to meet those guys or get involved, but yeah.
Factory, a lot of workers. You can handle the design. Let's hope for the sample issue.
What's the first move?
We're just
doing a test.
We're in a. So this is a demonstration how the tag is sewn on. So obviously for the brand, we want to have a customizable tag. I think for us, a direction we'll try to take is instead of using the generic alphabetical sizing, we're going to try and go for colors.
Yeah.
So each color tag will represent a different size. And that's what it's about. That's what 4K is about. We're trying to be unique. We're trying to have a different light on it.
One thing is our to know it. Tí thì để lên đấy. Sau cái máy này chị chuyển sang cái mới.
Chuyển hết luôn. Sao được chuyển hết? Nó có quy mô rõ ràng không?
Okay. Fantastic. So is this a heat press, is it?
Yeah, you can see it heating up on the dashboard.
Có những cái loại keo dày khó chịu, không ủi được là phải bỏ những cái máy này ép luôn. Đây những cái hàng sơ mi á, mà keo dày khó chịu á, bỏ đây ép. Em ơi nhãn cây đó, cái bó nhãn.
And her garments are made with 100% cotton, is that correct?
Chị có thể sản xuất 100% cotton luôn.
Đúng rồi. Này trong cotton. Nhãn là. Em
Perfect.
Cho coi cái nhãn đó là người ta sẽ làm vậy.
This is the tag. So this is what's shown. Okay. So obviously we could have our own customizable film. So this is it's actually the similar process that we do to print the designs onto the jumper. So we get a piece of film, we use a printer to put the film onto to print the film on, and then we use a heat press to then insert it onto the garment. So this is something we could definitely look into what we want to be shown onto the tag. As I said before, we don't want to use the generic alphabetical sizing system. We want to go for a different sort of spin on it, whether it's using numbers or using colors.
Very cheap.
Yeah.
Which could be a limitation.
And that's what we're figuring out, and that's why we're here on the ground. All of these things we're learning today, all of these insights we're getting, we would not be able to do from over a computer screen from the other side of the world. So,
well, it could take weeks, and then we don't have to develop the relationships.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we would have met these people if we weren't here. That's something worth mentioning.
Exactly right. We would have never met these people if we're back home in Australia.
Chị đi qua bên đó thì nó sẽ gọn gàng hơn bây giờ thì quá chật, chỉ có chỗ làm. Nó có kho vải, cắt, thép keo, tổ hoàn thành, chất lượng, VC, văn phòng làm việc, lập mẫu sơ đồ thiết kế nó có đầy đủ, nhưng mà do chị chật quá.
The operation now is like divided, so like everywhere, like over like 5-6 locations, like a factory over there, factory over here, stuff like that, and she trying to move all in one place.
Yeah.
Like the new 1,000 square meter factory here. For the next 2 weeks, she will try to move everything there.
One place.
Yeah, one place.
Yeah, that's super encouraging. She's obviously trying to expand and inspiring to be bigger, and that's it. You know, that's what we're trying to do as well. We're trying to expand as well. So I think even for us, and Vietnam in itself can be quite confronting. It's a different lifestyle. It's a different culture. So there was a lot from the start in Australia. There was a lot of people working in that small space. And is that something that's normalized here? Is that something that is the way of living, and that's just how it is?
Chị là công ty nhà bè thì cái quy mô về 5 mét, vệ sinh chất lượng đồ y chang công ty cũ không khác thế nào. Mà tại vì chị nhỏ quá, chị chưa có kinh phí mở rộng, bây giờ mở rộng ra thì nó phải quy mô rõ ràng, khu vực chất lượng, bao nhiêu chất lượng.
Even though she is expanding, she was still focused on providing the best quality possible.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, that's encouraging. Yeah, basically what I was just trying to say is like their conditions. 'Cause, from the start we want to be quite personal and be human to human in our approach, and we want to just know if that's normal for them. Are they happy? Is that the sort of expectations and standards that's here in Vietnam? Because that's the difference, and that's the understanding we have to go through from being from an international sort of point of view. Because we want to align our goals and our vision as someone that's a respectful, friendly, and content.
They need to share our values.
Yeah.
Em nói với mảng lương cao với thầy, nếu mà chị tìm được chất liệu mà làm theo mẫu đặt, theo thiết kế của em, nếu ok chị nghĩ cái giá rất là mềm, nó không như cái giá em lương thấp rất nhiều.
So she can do what you require to do
Yep.
hoodie for less than $20.
Yeah.
So we will much less than $20.
Yeah.
And what are we talking, like 500, 1,000 units?
What's the minimum order quantity?
Của em tầm
And maximum.
thường với chị đặt hàng thì thường là tầm bao nhiêu
No maximum, right?
bao nhiêu
I'll say a million.
gạo
One
Không ngờ của chị dao động từ 100 đến 200 cái trở lên, ít vẫn nhận, vẫn hỗ trợ, ít vẫn hỗ trợ.
So you're looking for around 200.
200 minimum
Would be at least.
order
Oh,
quantity.
yeah.
Hỗ trợ số lượng
If you order 1,000, of course you can have.
để mình hợp tác lâu dài á. Số lượng ít chị vẫn hỗ trợ để hợp tác lâu dài.
I think if we were to get the quality we want with the hoodie, we would be happy to get 1,000 garments.
She focus more on building long-term relationship. That's
Absolutely.
why she accepts like the
Perfect.
MOP.
That's what we want to do that too.
That's why we're here meeting, and we want to build that relationship. So that's really encouraging from you to say. But a direct question I wanted to ask is, what measures is she taking place as the business owner, the responsibility of the business owner? How does she make sure that her staff and employees are taken into consideration and looked after?
Thì khi mà chị quản lý công ty luôn,
Chị là chủ.
công ty thì thường ngày chị lo những mặt nào trong cái kinh doanh?
Cái mặt mà kinh doanh đó thì may mà thứ nhất là cái mẫu tượng khách duyệt nó rất là quan trọng. Cái thứ hai về sản xuất là thứ nhất là chất lượng, vệ sinh công nghiệp, thiết bị đảm bảo cái sản phẩm tốt hơn, xong đó đến tiến độ là cái cuối cùng, và cái mấu chốt nhất của cái sản phẩm là chất lượng nó phải là.
Because she's the sole owner of the company,
Right.
she will focus more on quality control, how the deadline going, and the quality of the machine, and the quality of the book.
Yeah.
That's what she focuses
Yeah, that's right. Because obviously, the quality. She wants the best of the quality. She wants the best for the business in terms of the product they provide. But at 4K, we want to really consider the worker themselves. How are they treated? The conditions they work in.
Are they happy?
Every person involved is an integral part of the business. Everybody from the start to the finish, no matter what your role is or how big a part contribution you're putting in, we want to make sure that they're looked after and that they're taken into consideration. Because that's something for us that's super important. Because we're trying to be positive, good people. It's a human relationship. It's a human treatment, and the quality of life and the quality of treatment from the business owner right down to any other employee is something that we belong to and something that our values are also aligned with. So.
thì giá hàng của em không có chung để gọi là tối đa hóa lợi nhuận, của em sẵn sàng trả giá cao hơn nếu mà
Đúng, đảm bảo chất lượng.
có thể đảm bảo chất lượng. Thứ hai là đảm bảo về vấn đề môi trường,
Đúng rồi.
và cuối cùng là đảm bảo những người nhân viên may mặc người ta có một mức lương sống
Mức lương người lao động anh chị là từ 10 triệu đến lên,
đảm bảo cho họ là họ được trả tiền đủ sống, chứ không phải là họ làm ra những cái quần áo chất lượng cho mình mà họ trả tiền đủ sống.
chị làm ngành may này nói chung là mười mấy năm rồi, mà chị đã chịu bỏ sự nào trên 10 năm. Còn làm trong công ty nhà bè là từ kỹ thuật, chị từ kỹ thuật, tổ trưởng, truyền trưởng, quản đốc có 10 năm.
She said that she has been
Là ngành may 20 năm.
in this industry for a very long time, for more than 10 years. been to a lot of positions. She have never have any problem with what you have mentioned before.
Yep.
So that is a good news. So I think that both you and her try to find a long-term relationship, and I hope that this Thursday and Wednesday we will have something.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's the only reason I'm bringing it up is
Nói chung chị bản thân chị xuất từ nhà bè với may việc tiến ra, nói chung là về chất lượng sản phẩm thì còn phải đi làm. Còn cái giá cả thì mình chia sẻ sau. Còn cái chất lượng sản phẩm rất là quan trọng, vệ sinh thiết bị và người lao động.
And she said that I think both her and you have one thing in common, that we both care a lot about the quality of the products, and that is what she also focused on when building this new factory.
Yeah.
And she hopes that she can provide you with the best price possible for the quality.
Yeah.
And hope that you can collaborate with her.
Absolutely.
That's reassuring to us, because that's right now in this early stage of the garment.
Qua đó chị cũng làm quy trình 5S đánh giá hàng ngày và hàng tuần, nói chung nó đầy đủ hệ thống hết. Mà tại vì chị quá chật, chị giờ phải chọn qua đó.
She said to ensure the quality control process, she have to open up new factories to have like enough room to do that.
Yeah, there's quite a stigma towards sourcing garments and sourcing materials from outside Australia, especially in Southeast Asia. It's a stigma that the quality and the conditions are not fair, and that's why people argue to source directly from Australia. And obviously it's important to everyone to be treated fairly. But if she thinks she's, it's a different lifestyle as well. It's a different quality. It's a different culture. So if she thinks with her experience that that's something that they take consideration in, then that's just as important as the quality of the jumper, the garment itself. So that's a positive, feedback to hear from her. But yeah, Jack.
Thank you. Yeah, I can see that everyone is really happy, working for you, and there's all smiles in the manufacturing facility. Yeah, I mean, I think the main message here is I think that you guys have the potential to make that good quality garment, but yeah, we just want to make sure that everyone is treated fairly. But otherwise, it seems pretty this is the most optimistic so far, I think.
Yeah. And that's really, it's encouraging that you're optimistic and she believes that she can meet the design constraints and meet our vision. But yeah, that's why we're having a sample, obviously, and that's why we're trying to communicate our best. Because we're trying to communicate our best, and thank you to you, Jamie. Because at the end of the day, we've got to have that product, and there's got to be that product we can feel and see and recognize as, yes, this is what we've been looking for. This is a competitive, high quality, valuable product. But it's always good to dream and be optimistic and say, yes, I can do this. Yes, I can provide it within my skill range. But to actually deliver and execute that product itself is the competitive and is the expectation that we're expecting. So,
thank you. We thank you so much for just giving us time, just walking past and then going, we'll listen to you and we want to make this happen, because you straight away shared our vision and said we could do it.
Đặt mẫu thiết kế và quản lý sự thu phí, nhưng mà giờ chỉ thiếu cái mặt bằng. Giờ chị dọn qua đó thì nó mới đâu nguyên rất là
bọn em cảm ơn chị nhé, cảm ơn chị đã tiếp bọn em, và hy vọng là bọn em sẽ quay lại vào sáng 10 giờ để mà lấy cái mẫu. Còn chúng ta có thể tham xưởng nữa vào sáng 5, và sẽ kết luận sau. Cảm ơn.
Nice to meet you.
Could we get a photo?
Bọn em xin một tấm ảnh.
Thank you.
Tấm ảnh của chị ạ.